Hi, I'm Linda Melvin, and the last time we talked about all the different types of paints that we can use. We talked about the Delusions, we've talked about the Radiance, the Hydrus, and the India inks, and we know the properties of them. And just like papers, because when you go to an art store, you walk around and you find all these wonderful papers and you wonder, what can I do with them? So just because you're not sure what can happen, just jump in and go ahead and try something new. That's what I do. This is a new kind of paper for me. It's a small piece of paper. Working from large to small is different because you have lots of room to put a lot down. When you work smaller, you have to think about what you're going to do and how much room you want to take and how many colors you're going to apply. I have a piece that is not done, it's not enhanced, but this is the first part of this piece. And I used all the different types of paint, but primarily I put on at the end the India inks. Then I applied my rice paper, but this is the one thing that is key with this. Whenever you put rice paper or gauze down over the top of the India Bombay inks, you're not going to be able to take them up. Normally, on the other ones, I could take them up, put them someplace else, but that's not the way it works. So let's just see how this works on a small piece of paper. It's wonderful paper. It's from India. I'm not quite sure where you can get it. In the area I live in, get it at the art stash, and it's a great paper. So I'm going to start out, and I'll spray it, watch it move. Just put two kinds. Look how nice those two work together. And then I can come in and put in some red violet, which is from the Hydrus. And see how it works. And I'll spray it a little bit. And then I'm going to come in with some Bombay inks. Maybe, and it's really wet, so I know it's going to be okay. And put some here and here. Look at how beautiful that just worked. And the thing about this paper is, this paper has such texture. It is so fun to work with. It has a lot of texture. So I like the way that's coming down. Now, if I want to, and I have to say I'm pretty hooked on this white Bombay ink, but I will just put one drop. Oh, well, what the heck. I'll put one more. Now, if it doesn't move enough, what do? We come in and add water. And now look at it move. And also on this one, you can guide it to either side, any place you want. But look at how interesting that is in the center, because you have not just one value or two values. There are three values on this small piece, and it's great. So to just come in and show you how we go about putting this gauze on, I cut a piece ahead of time, so I'd be ready. And I'm going to place it over the top. Now, we always know we don't like to take it off the page, right? As we've talked about before. And I'm going to put it in here. Now, what is the one thing we know? The one thing we know is we're not going to be able to take this up. So when we place this, we want to put it where we want it. So I'm going to come back in, I think right here, and put just a little bit of the Hydrus here. Tiny bit there. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to spray it. Yeah, you notice I'm always careful where I spray stuff so it doesn't get all over me and everything. In my face. And then if I wanted to, oh my gosh, I went to the store and I got salt. But not just any salt. This is salt for melting ice and snow. I live in California. I don't need to melt ice and snow. But I want you to look at the size of those. They are great. So I can come in here now. And I can create more texture, can't I? And it's starting to lose its sheen. Once it starts to lose its sheen, we know that's a good time to put on salt. So this is going to create even more texture. Now, this area up here is very light. Is that okay? Yes, of course it's okay. We want to have 3 values, and this is the way we do it. And does my piece have 3 values? Yes, it does. So I hope that you try to do some things with some paper you find at the art store, or go to any type of store. I've been known, even when I go to restaurants, if I find great salt, ask if I can take some of it out, so I can come and try something different, because each type has its own values and own little fragments that work so well for it. So I hope you have fun doing this, and this was just a little bigger key to the fact of the different inks you use and the different paints you use, what their properties do to help you to make something you love. So I hope today is a major masterpiece for you. Thanks so much.